Hi, welcome to Lunch with Lisa, Weekend Treats Edition. And today we're gonna make protein waffles. It's Lunch with Lisa. I was craving waffles the other day and I really wanted to come up with a way to make them a little healthier and help me meet my macros. I like to eat a lot of protein because I'm working out and building a lot of muscle. Protein waffles sounded great. And I found this recipe on allrecipes.com. I'd love to read through the comments on these recipes just to figure out if other people have tweaked it and made it better. And so this recipe had a few tweaks and I took all of them in and I made them my own. So here's what I did to make protein waffles that come out to be about 220 calories per serving and high in protein. Forgot how many grams. God damn it. These protein waffles are coming in at about 220 calories per serving, 9 grams of fat, 17 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. So compare that to the other waffle recipes out there and you'll find that these are pretty amazing to meet your macros. For this recipe, you're gonna need oat flour, fat-free cottage cheese, honey or maple syrup, vanilla extract, cinnamon, baking powder, oil or some melted butter, and 4 eggs. You're gonna need a blender and a waffle maker. We're gonna make this whole thing right into our blender. So the first thing we wanna do is make our oat flour. So dump in 80 grams of oats and blend until you get a nice fine flour. Dump it all out into a bowl and set it aside. Add 1 cup of cottage cheese to your blender. Add all 4 eggs. You wanna add a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup, a teaspoon of vanilla, teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 tablespoon of oil, along with your oat flour. Just dump it all into your blender and turn it on. And while your waffle iron heats up, cut up some strawberries, if you want strawberries for your topping, and mix them with a little bit of the maple syrup and let them sit for a little while. And to make sure our waffles stay crispy while we make them, when they're finished, I'm gonna put them on this cooling rack so they don't get soft in their own steam on a plate. So make sure you have a cooling rack set out. So I'm gonna take a spray bottle. This is a really handy spray bottle. It turns your oil into a spray without aerosol. You can find this on my Amazon store. I'm gonna give it a good spray down. And then I'm gonna take 1/4 of my batter and place it right in the center. And then lower it down and wait for about 3 to 5 minutes until it stops steaming. Look how beautiful these are. Nice and brown. Oh my goodness, they're so lovely. Spray it down again. Maybe add just a touch more batter so it gets out to the sides. It's about 1/2 cup. And keep going, and it makes 4 big waffles. Now we're going to top one of these with these macerated strawberries. I love this little trick to get the strawberries all nice and juicy. Oh, they're just swimming in their own juices and in the syrup. My mouth is watering. So that is definitely one way. And then you can make it strawberries and cream by just adding a little bit of whipped cream. Yum! Ew. And of course, there's the classic butter and maple syrup. Can't go wrong with that one. And one of my favorites is just slicing up some banana and then just breaking apart some nuts. You can use walnuts, you could use pecans, peanuts, whatever you want. And then if you want to, you can add some honey or maple syrup to this. Just throwing some honey on to be different. And then the last one, busting out my chocolate chips for this, just the miniature ones. And of course, some more whipped cream. So dig in and enjoy your protein waffles because they will fit your macros. Just be sure if you're counting your macros that you're also gonna count your toppings. Now it's time to eat. I think strawberry is my favorite. Let's give these a whirl. This definitely satisfies that itch to have nice warm waffles in the morning. If you want to make this a little brunch fun stuff, you could make a bunch of waffles ahead of time and have all these toppings set out so you can kind of make like a little waffle bar. That would be fun. These are things I think of that I would love to do if I weren't an introvert. I'd have parties all the time. I've always wanted to entertain. Maybe I was an entertainer, an extrovert in my past life. This life, it just hasn't worked out for me. If you like what you see and you want to help support me, there's 3 ways you can do it. You can shop below at my Amazon store. Just follow any of my Amazon links and buy anything on Amazon in the next 24 hours and I'll receive a small commission. Or you could buy me a coffee at coffee.com/lunchwithlisa. Or you could become a patron, like all these lovely people. And watch my videos 1 week ahead of time. Patreon.com/lunchwithlisa. And it's always free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. It's Lunch with Lisa. I made room in my macros for 2 servings. So should you.